Hey YouTube and the fragrance world, thank you so much for stopping by today. My name is Benjamin and I do review fragrances, colognes, perfumes, and all things scent related. I do like to help y'all find the best of the best fragrances, save some money, learn about the fragrances and the notes and those kinds of things. But today I wanted to have a more relaxed video. I want to do a fragrance haul where we just, talk a little bit about the fragrances, how I got them, why I bought them, and just overview them. Now, I do have to say that I will review some of these in the fall, but of course, I like to share things when I think the time is right, when I've reviewed and tested the fragrance enough. I have a lot of samples and things that I've shown on my channel here and there, especially last year with Last Christmas. I got a bunch of discovery packs, and I simply just haven't shared those niche fragrances with y'all yet. I haven't felt like it's the right time or the right opportunity to share those with y'all. But let's jump into this fragrance haul. This is a lot of fun. I have a lot to share with y'all, and I hope that y'all enjoy this content. Of course, if you do, and I've earned it, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. The first one I have to share with y'all is called Iris Nazarena. Now, I know that this is a slightly feminine fragrance, but I had to jump on the opportunity because I was watching, I think it's Jay Deadcool. I'll put his picture up here and link him in the description box below. He's a really chill, he's a cool guy. And I was watching one of his live streams, and one of his fans let him know that there was one of these once-in-a-lifetime steal opportunities. One of those opportunities that you don't see very often. Of course, you have to be careful anywhere on Facebook, people, sometimes in the community reselling fragrances, sometimes on eBay, especially with popular fragrances. This was a niche one, and I just had to go for it. This metal case, very nice. It came with the full felt box, a very nice presentation, 10 mils of this expensive niche fragrance. I think that goes from anywhere from about, lower 200s to $300 for a full bottle. This was, I think, about $8 or $9, and this every day is really a $50 item every day of the week. So I was very happy to get it. The quality is awesome. I love to try out new things. So this was cheaper than a Scentbird or something for a very exclusive fragrance and a very nice metal, very high quality travel atomizer. So a very nice powdery irisy fragrance. It doesn't smell like lipstick to me. The Dior Iris does seem to lean that way. This one is full bodied and irisy. It's not overtly feminine, but it does lean a little feminine. I think I would only try to wear this in the fanciest of occasions. I do like my Moschino Umo and for those kinds of things, and maybe one day with a significant other, they can wear this, and I think it would be beautiful on a lady. It's kind of I wouldn't say mature, but maybe a little bit serious. It's a very classy thing. So check this one out if that sounds interesting to you. Again, if you have a fantastic deal, let me know of some of the best deals that you've ever gotten, some of the best things that you've ever come across. And of course, you can keep them to yourself, but if you ever feel like you want to share something with me in the comment section or anywhere, please let me know of a deal. I'm always looking for deals, just like y'all are. Always trying to save some money. Next one I want to share with y'all is, I'll share this one next. I love this fragrance, and I just got it in the mail from FragranceNet. This is Ferragamo Signature. Now, if you're a young man, just go for the original. It is very sweet. It is a gourmand fragrance, but the original is beautiful. Just like 1 Million Lucky, the original version, the Ferragamo Umo, is going to get you compliments just like Paco Rabanne 1 Million would. It demands attention. It's sweet. It's intoxicating, playful, party fragrance. This one tames down that party vibe. It still smells like tiramisu. It still leans on the gourmand side, but it brings it back a little bit, makes it a little bit more classy. A little, perhaps a older gentleman can wear this a little bit easier. I still think it's a young fragrance. A little bit of leathers in here, a little bit more of a Tonka feel. It's not a dark fragrance, but it has a tiny bit more of that reserved nature about it. even though it's still kind of a loud fragrance, especially if you over apply. So this fragrance, I love it. Ferragamo Signature. Um, this is going to be a fall, people say banger. It's going to be a fantastic fragrance for the fall and the winter. I can already tell. I'm going to wear that one a lot. So Ferragamo Signature, I think it's just hitting discounters at a really good price. So check that one out if it sounds interesting to you. I think it's a real winner of a fragrance. So the next one in my fragrance haul here today is Patchouli Noir. Now, I got this on eBay. This is not a fragrance that's going to be, it's not cloned at all. It's not the kind of fragrance that is going to be, somebody's going to sell you a fake. I'll put it that way. I got this for an unbelievable value. That Ferragamo Umo was about $35. I got this for about $50 with shipping, $55 I think. And the full size bottle normally goes for about $165. There's about 65% of it left, so I got it half off, 50% off. And this is the vintage bottle. I had tried the new version. I really do think it has been reformulated, but it's really a fantastic fragrance. This one smells so much stronger with the patchouli. It smells much richer, a little bit more floral. Honestly, I like the reform because it's so easy to wear as a patchouli fragrance. It smells a little bit more chocolatey to me. But if you're liking resinous, authentic, quality, I mean glorious quality patchouli Noir for the fall and the winter, I'm going to do a review of this, guys. This is beautiful juice. This was worth every penny. This is a vintage bottle, and I'm very happy to have this in my collection. I'm not a big patch or patchouli head, but trust me, guys, I might be converted because a fragrance like this in the designer world, high quality patchouli, I just don't think is used in designer fragrances very well. This offering is very nice, very good, and worth every penny. So Patchouli Noir by Il Profumo. You can see it there. It's a very beautiful fragrance, and it might just convert you to patchouli. It's strong though. Be careful on the trigger. 2 sprays. This fragrance tends to sneak up on you. You don't realize how strong it really is at first. So 2 sprays, guys, and you're gonna be all right all night for sure. So the next one I want to share with y'all. Yes, I started going for more exotic fragrances. I have a lot of designer fragrances that are very versatile for every situation out there. I wanted to go for exotic fragrances, and this one is going to be a fantastic value. I don't know how long these are going to be out there for the money. I don't know how long these values are going to last. FragranceNet has this fragrance called Oud Nobile. This is a dark horse fragrance, guys. Nobody knows about it. There's like 4 versions or 4 fragrances they have on FragranceNet, and that's the only place that I've seen that sells them. I think they bought this liquidated stock from this company called Enrico GI, and they must have went under. They must have closed their doors because you can't find any information. They don't have information on FragranceNet anywhere. FragranceNet says or suggests, if you look, that the full retail price was about $100, and I got this for about, I think it was $35. They have a version that's even cheaper, and there's very few reviews of that one. Danielson, he reviewed that one, and I just had to go for this one. This one was calling my name. It's a very wearable oud. It's a beautiful oud. It does smell like oud, but it's classy, it's refined, it's smooth. It has a very nice gentlemanly vibe, a very classy kind of classic vibe. I really love how the black pepper is used in this fragrance. I'm going to do a full review for you guys, but if you want a wearable oud that you can wear everywhere, that's can be dressed up or dressed down for the money, for $35 for, you know, a full-size bottle, 100 mils, I don't think you're ever going to find a better value and a price This is again one of those once in a lifetime opportunities. Um, Oud Nobile is classy, exotic, different, especially if you're in the West, if you're in the USA. This is one of those ouds that you can jump into, and I don't think it's too hard to wear. As you can tell, I'm just infatuated with this fragrance. It's so classy, it's so masculine. It isn't too hard to wear. Again, it has that more of like a resinous amber kind of oud going on. It's doesn't smell barnyard or animalic. But again, oud's not for everybody. If you're just in the designer game for things like Acqua di Gio and Dior Sauvage and things like Mont Blanc Individual, nothing's wrong with that. But if you're ready and if you're prepared to take a step out there on the wild side, I heavily recommend this fragrance. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Worth every penny. That's a steal. I can't believe I got that fragrance for that price. I wanted to dive into 3 more exotic fragrances. These are all from the same house, and then I have a few at the very end to share with y'all. This one is called Kings of Fortune. All of these are from the house of Louis Cardin or Cardin. They're from the Middle East, but as you can tell, this is not something you're going to find at your local mall. You're not going to find this just about anywhere. I had to order through Instagram, and I wanted something different. I wanted to dive into this house. I wanted to find some really exotic, unique fragrances that were different that I could share with y'all. And the thing that really appealed to me so much that these were affordable. These fragrances are anywhere from $30 to $50, and I just couldn't resist them. This one here is one of the most unique fragrances I've probably tried. It's very different. Kings of Fortune is a powdery, floral, animalic fragrance. Again, wrap your hand around that. It's powdery. It has a powdery feel. It's not like a dense, cakey powder. It is light and an airy powder. Then it does have a floral side, kind of an ambery vibe. It does have some of those resins, but it's kind of a lighter fragrance, has a lighter feeling. And then it has a little bit of an animalic twist. Not a skanky, not a dirty animalic. A very clean fragrance, a very masculine fragrance again. Very different stuff. Very unique. Honestly, if Creed was, when they released Viking, this is the kind of smell, the kind of inspiration I thought they were going for with that look, with that presentation. Just like everything that the Vikings would have going on for them. Like skin, because they like action. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They have all that going on. They have beautiful smells. You know, they messed with their dining halls with beer and all kinds of exotic smells and ingredients. Mead, maybe a little bit of a resinous, maybe a tiny bit of honey in this. Definitely the animalic sweat and the aggressive nature of, the Viking or the barbarian. So Kings of Fortune smells like a king. It smells exotic. It smells like somebody who maybe if they were a spice trader traveling along with their camel. I don't know. That's what's just coming to mind. It's a beautiful fragrance. I love it. All these fragrances, I had to spray them once or twice. I don't know if I got them really new and they needed to mature a little bit. I sprayed them once or twice and didn't know what to think about them. I came back a couple days or a week later, and they smell so much better. They're intoxicating. Kings of Fortune, really nice for the price. Really a niche fragrance for about $30 or so. Very special juice, very special. This next one from Louis Cardin is special as well. This one is called Sacred. There is another reviewer who did a review of this one, but I want to put my voice out there and I'm going to do a review of it. It does look tacky to some with these kind of like silver little arms. It does help you to put your finger there. It is nice for your grip, but Sacred is probably going to fit my needs for a vanilla fragrance. I'm probably never going to reach or try to buy another vanilla dominated fragrance because that's how good this is. Um, I'm not paid by this company. I was not told what to say or to think. You're getting a very ambery vanilla. It has a smoky vibe. There's a lot of notes going into this fragrance. Trust me, guys, this stuff has really good performance, and it smells beautiful. It is a unisex kind of vanilla. I don't think it leans on the gourmand side, but I just love how there's a little bit of smokiness and probably a tiny touch of animalic to this that makes this fragrance so elegant, so regal, so intoxicating. I really do think they created a masterpiece, and it's a eau de parfum concentration. It's it's just a beautiful smoky ambery vanilla. So beautiful, so intoxicating. People talk about all the different ambers from MFK and just other ones out there. And I know I haven't tried things like there's a fantastic amber from I think it was Tom Ford. I think it's Amber Absolute, perhaps. I haven't tried the vintage, but this stuff is just beautiful. I don't know if I'm ever gonna seek out another amber or another vanilla, because for me, they usually lean a little bit feminine, or they're just a tiny bit powdery, or they just don't suit me personally. This one might be a little bit more masculine. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. I can't say enough about that one. I have another showstopper here. I haven't been, again, this is an Arabian brand. This is the last one, the third one. Beautiful. This one's called Sama Al Emirat. This stuff smells a little bit like Encre Noir. Just look at the cap, like a dark vetiver fragrance. But this is mostly a musk fragrance with a little bit of that Encre Noir, very dark vetiver vibe going on. It has a little bit of that resin, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of animalic. This is so seductive. This is so tantalizing. This stuff is so special. This one is probably going to become one of my favorite fragrances that I've ever had. It just speaks to me. It's not for everybody. Again, it does have a little bit of that musky, animalic vibe. It smells Arabian. I don't know. This stuff speaks to me. It's beautiful. Sama Al Emirat. I want to call it a masterpiece. I need to test it a little bit more. I love this stuff. I can't say enough about it. I love musk fragrances. I love it when the musk has a little bit of a mix of some kind of another character, another blend going into the musk, so it's just not an airy, skin-like fragrance. So, I don't know. It speaks to me. I'm selling my Encre Noir El Extreme because of this. That's saying something. This is beautiful. So that's just me personally, and I love the presentation. It's a classy, thick glass bottle. I love this stuff. I blind bought. I don't know if I said in the video earlier. I blind bought all of these fragrances. All of them. I know that's crazy, guys and gals out there. I know that that's not something that everybody wants to do. Know your taste, know your personality. If you don't have access to these, you might just have to, pull the trigger. You might have to go out there and take a leap of faith. One of these I'm going to do a review of this one. One of these is a big leap of faith. This one's Bulgari's Eau de Noir. This one's the Intense. There's like 2 or 3 reviews of the normal version. This is the Intense version. This one is better. This one gives me like 5 hours of performance. People say that the other one gave them like 3 or 4. This one can give you like 5, maybe 6 hours. It's stronger. It has like a black tea vibe. It has a beautiful kind of like a dark rose. But this fragrance really surprised me. I can't say everything about these fragrances because I have to do reviews of them. But trust me, guys, this has an inky note. And the ink note is similar to another fragrance and smells somewhat similar to it. And you're just gonna have to stay tuned for that review. I'm not gonna spill all the beans and tell you all my secrets just yet. But Bulgari Eau de Noir, there's a few bottles out there just floating around. There's not a lot of demand for this, but the supply is very limited. If this was a hyped fragrance, if people wanted it, the prices would skyrocket. It's just not a lot of people know about it. Not a lot of people talk about it, but it's a very nice fragrance, very high quality, and I got it for like 55, 60 bucks. That's kind of a sweet spot for me. I like to get a unique fragrance for that kind of price. Try something a little bit different. So I don't know if I'm ever going to need another rose fragrance, because this one's beautiful and it's a very unique blend. I'm going to save the rest of what I think about this one for the review, but try this one out. It's some beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. The last one I wanted to save for y'all is one that I've talked about on my channel quite a bit. I've hyped this one because I was crazy for it. I still am crazy for it. This one is Mahariz by El Herbolario. I don't want to toot my own horn. I don't want to brag too much. But when I first got this fragrance, and before I talked about it, there was one seller on Amazon and there were 2 on eBay. Now there's like 6 or 7 the last time I looked on eBay, and I think there were 2 on Amazon. I want to say thank y'all to everybody who watches my content. I didn't know if this was an opportunity, a path that I could pursue as a YouTuber, as a reviewer, and stuff like that really encourages me to keep pursuing this passion and keep going on, because I definitely was a reason or an influence. There's no denying that. I made an impact, and there's now more people buying this fragrance, more people talking about this fragrance. It smells kind of like Muscat Visueur, but it's a beautiful vanilla and clove fragrance. It's intoxicating. It's different. I don't like clove very much myself, especially if it's roasted, if it's very spicy. I can't take clove very much, but this one has vanilla. It's soft around the edges, and it's intoxicating. Trust me, there's not a lot of fragrances out there that have clove in them or use clove very well, especially with vanilla. So you're going to smell very unique, and this is a niche fragrance pretty much. And you can get it for 40 to 60, really $40 to $50 for 50 mils. If you know about Alexandria fragrances and all those kinds of things, if you were willing to go for a clone, I mean, why not pick this one up if you want an exotic, interesting date night fragrance? This one's special. This one's something different, so very nice fragrance indeed. It is a little bit softer on the performance side, a little bit softer on the projection, but it's distinct. It still has a good amount of sillage and longevity. It's a real beautiful fragrance, so check it out. I hope that you've liked this video. I hope that you've found some fragrances you've liked and maybe just had a relaxing evening, day, afternoon with me. I hope that you've had a good beverage or something, and just enjoyed your day here. Again, I hope that you enjoy my content. I hope that you like this video. Let me know if you do in the comment section below. Haul videos are always fun. I can't do them very often because I like to buy things here and there. I usually don't buy too many things, but I have really supplied myself, and I'm really ready for fall now, fall and winter. And trust me guys, I do have niche fragrances, and I honestly bought a little bit of those just slowly. So y'all haven't seen a lot of those and haven't heard a lot about those, because a lot of them are for fall fragrances, and I really do like my fall, winter, and early spring fragrances. So look forward to those, my niche fragrances. And thank y'all so much for being here. I love your support. I love everything that y'all do to help me in my fragrance journey. And again, thank y'all so much again for being a part of this and making pretty much my dreams come true. I'll see y'all next time. This has been the Sensitar Fragrance Channel. Wear what you love. Let me know what you bought for the fall, what blind buys you've bought. And yes, I know I'm crazy to blind buy these fragrances. Again, Patchouli Noir is about the only one that I had ever smelled before buying. And I got a vintage version, so it really was a blind buy. But yes, I'm crazy. I hope that you're crazy too. And I'll see you next time. This has been the Centaur Fragrance Channel. Have a fantastic day, fantastic week. Enjoy your weekend, have fun, and I'll see you next time. And bye.